Should you food prep? Stick around and find out. When you decide to start a diet plan, some people ask themselves, well, what will make it easier? And sometimes the question comes up, should I food prep? Well, today I'm going to answer that question for you, and hopefully you'll get some information from this. So, a few decisions early in the week, no matter what diet you're following or what you want to do, whether you actually want to gain weight or lose weight, will make a difference in the end. Whether you succeed or fail is 80 to 90% based on your diet. We have a tendency to think that we know about food and that planning it is unnecessary. Many choices based on emotion are just too easy. You've probably come across this scenario. You've been to work, you've come home, you sat down, and you think, oh, what am I going to eat? What do I do? And then suddenly, next thing you know, it's Pizza Hut or Domino's or whatever you fancy. That is the easy answer, but not always the best one. See, sometimes our days sap our willpower and make it harder for us when we get home or when we come to that decision for the meals to sometimes make the right choices. When it comes to meal preparation and meal planning, there are enormous advantages to having this. For one, even if you was to do this for just one meal a day, then the advantages would soon become apparent. The advantages of meal prep is, for one, if you prepared your meals properly, it's easier not to overeat and also to undereat, because we can do both on our diet. The second reason is it has a built-in accountability. We know what we're going to eat and when we're going to eat it. And if we don't eat it, then it becomes expensive because we have to throw it away. So it's like having your personal accountability coach without having to pay anyone. When you food prep, one of the other advantages is it saves you time and it saves you money. The time factor comes into planning each meal every day. So if you meal prep once a week, then you only have to plan the meals once a week. The second thing is it saves you money. When you buy things to prep your meals, typically you buy several of the same items to do over a week, and that in turn saves you money over buying single items as the week progresses. The other obvious advantage is it saves you time. Now, I just mentioned this just a little bit, but the time that it saves you, you can spend doing other things or focusing on some of your other goals. So rather than having to sit down and prep your meals every day of the week, that time that all it takes is you just warming them up, then you can be spent better doing other things. One of the best advantages of meal prep is it avoids the demands on your willpower. Remember we talked about the scenario, you come home and you sit down and what do? Do I prep a meal? Do I get out or do I just phone up a fast food restaurant. Well, it avoids those. So that's what makes food prep so easy to do. Now, people say, well, how do I prep food for a week? Or what meals should I do? One of the easiest ways to prep your meals for the week is to look in a recipe book, find something you like, or already prep something that you like. You don't necessarily have to prep something new, but prep for 6 or 7. That depends on your week. And so most recipes, when you look them up in books, they say this recipe is made for 4. So if it's made for 4, you could double it. And of course, that makes it for 8. But you can put them in the freezer and keep it throughout the week. Now, one of the best things, or best ways as well, about food prep, or to keep your food prep fresh, is to put it in the freezer. Everybody knows that if you make a meal and put it into a refrigerator, then about the 4th, maybe 5th day, it just doesn't taste the same. So one of the best ways to do food prep is to make your meals, put it in little containers, and then for the week, put it into the freezer. These are some of the advantages of food prep. Now, one of the things to remember is that your diet journey is your diet journey, and this may help you, but it may not. Most people that do this and that follow this, some of the advantages that I've stated or shown in this video are very apparent to them. But food prep's not for everybody. If you have a family, for instance, it's not easy to prep for more than 1 or 2 people. And so it might not be for you. But food prep can help people lose weight. So I hope that you have found this video helpful. If you have, please press the like button below. And if you're not a current subscriber, please subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.